and that is the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens missed the playoff, guys, last year with an 8-9 record. Lamar Jackson only played 12 games on the season. They were riddled with injuries. Excuse me. They were riddled with injuries. Everybody that had an ACL tore it last season on the Ravens. So, with that being said, excuse me as I wet the old whistle, the Baltimore Ravens start on the road this season, taking on the New York Football Jets. Wow. This game is not intriguing on paper whatsoever, right? What have the Jets done for us lately? Absolutely nothing. A butt fumble 10 years ago, right? Is that our fondest memory of the Jets? What have the Baltimore Ravens done for us lately, right? Yes, a playoff win 2 years ago. Lamar Jackson won an MVP 3 years ago, right? Like, I get it. This game is not intriguing on paper whatsoever. But football games are not won on papers, ladies and gentlemen. Football games are won between the white lines, between the white, the green, and the white. That is where, unless it's like October and the field turns brown, right? But I'm picking the New York Football Jets to upset the Ravens week number 1. Ravens start the season 0-1. Week number 2, Tua, Tyreek Hill, and the boys come into town to take on Lamar Jackson and Lamar Jackson. They don't have anybody. The Ravens should have gotten the Julio Jones sweepstakes to be honest. Yeah, Drew, I've been trying to work with that, and I can't figure it out. I'm no audio engineer, unfortunately. But week number 2, I do have the Miami Dolphins beating the Baltimore Ravens, starting the season off 0-2. Week number 3, Lamar Jackson travels to New England to take on the Patriots. Give me the Patriots. Actually, no. No. Bill Belichick always has trouble versus mobile quarterbacks. And what is Lamar Jackson? He is a running back that happens to be able to throw the ball, a.k.a. a mobile quarterback. Give me the Baltimore Ravens in this week 3 matchup. Week number 4, it doesn't get any easier for the Baltimore Ravens as the Bills come into town. Good Lord. Buffalo Bills, another win for them. Ravens are starting the season off 1-3. Give us a week 5 matchup with the Cincinnati Bengals coming to town. Bengals are good. Bengals are going to win this division at 11-6. And one of their 11 wins are week number 5 over the Baltimore Ravens. Week number 6, the Ravens travel to New York. Not to take on the Jets this time, but take on the Giants. The Giants are another team that is not good on paper. Saquon Barkley hasn't played a full season in, 3 years? However, he's back healthy. Mr. King Quad himself has added like 2 inches onto his quad, so it's at least 46 inches wide now. Good grief. That's half of the freaking line is one of his quads. And I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to realize that trading Hollywood Brown has been more detrimental to the team than they first originally thought. This is where it rears his scary head. They cannot pass the ball down the field. The Giants are going to lock Lamar Jackson into the pocket and force him to throw the ball down the field, and that is where Lamar Jackson is not very successful. Call me a Lamar Jackson hater all you want, but the facts are there. Passes over 12 yards down the field, Lamar Jackson has a 37% completion rating. Call a spade a spade. Giants win this game. Wow. 1 win in the first 7 weeks, and it's versus the Patriots. Give us a week 7 matchup. Cleveland Browns and their quarterback controversy comes into town to take on the Baltimore Ravens. A division game. The Browns are bad. The Ravens are bad. Which bad team do you want to pick? Give me the Baltimore Ravens at home. Week 8. The schedule is brutal for the Ravens. Good God. Thursday night game on the road versus Tom Brady and the Bucks. Give me the Bucks. Like, for real? Like, come on. A short week, taking on a great Tampa Bay Buccaneers team versus a bad... Can we flex this game to, like, Tuesday afternoon so nobody has to watch it? I kid. No, not really. This game's going bad. The only thing that would make this game intriguing for me to watch, man, I'm going to watch it either way when we're doing the man area. I got the big screen right there in front of me. What if the Baltimore Ravens bust out like an all gold alternate uniform like in this game? Wouldn't that be badass? That would be badass. Week number 9, they go from one primetime slot to another primetime slot on the road, taking on the Saints. Monday night in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Wow. Huh. Can the Ravens really go into to the Metrodome or to the Superdome? I mean, and upset the Saints? I think they can. Week 9, give me the Baltimore Ravens. Because week 10 is the bye week. And if you guys have been listening to the Man Hour, this is when Lamar Jackson starts to click. Week 11 to week 15, Lamar Jackson's going to be an MVP level quarterback for 4 weeks of the season. And it starts with the week 11 win over the Carolina Panthers. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm going to rush for 200 yards. I'm going to throw for 37. But it doesn't matter. They're going to win this game. Week 12, they play the Jacksonville Jaguars, another bad team. On the road, they win that game over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Week 13, the Denver Broncos come into town. Give me another win for the Baltimore Ravens. Week 15 or week 14, they travel to Pittsburgh Steelers. That's another win. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, that is 5 wins in a row for the Baltimore Ravens. All of a sudden, they are looking like a playoff contending team. Holy shit, hold my beer, look out. Here comes Lamar Jackson. Week 15, travel to Cleveland. That is another win. Lamar Jackson has rushed for like 1,200 yards in these 5-game stretch here. But, know that Smash Mouth song? Crash it back down to reality. Week 16, the Atlanta Falcons come into town, and that's exactly what happens. They crash back down to reality. They lose to the worst team in the NFL. Not only do they lose, they get embarrassed by the worst team in the NFL at home. It is bad. Week 16, Falcons come into town, whoop the Ravens' asses. It is ugly. Week 17, the downward trend continues. Another loss when the Pittsburgh Steelers come into town and whoop that ass. Week 18, another bad loss on the road to the Cincinnati Bengals, making us give us an 8-9 season, same as last season. Now, I can tell you guys already, I can see the comments from Joe and Joe Drunk's dad and Trent and all you Ravens fans out there. I can already see it. Oh, you are just picking them to be the same because you're a Lamar Jackson hater. What have the Baltimore Ravens done for you this offseason to get better? Answer me that question. J.K. Dobbins is still listed as out. Their backup running back is still listed as out. Lamar Jackson is at camp, but they are going to sign him like a $500 million contract, making him the highest paid quarterback, I'm sure. Once you do that, how are you going to get better? Guys, the Baltimore Ravens are doomed for mediocrity for the next 5 or 6 seasons. As long as Lamar Jackson is the quarterback, let me